Do you know how much power a phone book can generate? It said that if you put two phone books on top of each other, even a tank can't pull them apart. But is that true? Well, Adam and Jamie are going to find out. First, they got two 800-page phone books. They took turns flipping through the pages, and then they stacked the books completely on top of each other. Jamie tried to pull on them a few times, but the books stuck to each other like glue and didn't show any signs of coming apart. In fact, it's because of the friction caused by the papers pressing against each other, so it's hard to separate them. In order to facilitate the tugging experiment, Adam attached two cleats to the back of the book and tied a rope to the end of the cleats, and they started a tug of war, even though they both tried their best. The phone book in the middle didn't budge, so if they increase the number of people in the tug of war, will they be able to pull the phone book apart? So they fixed one end of the phone book to the wall. They started a tug of war with 10 people. This time, the pulling force has reached 1.8 tons, the weight of a pickup truck, but they can't separate them. It seems that it is very difficult to pull the phone book apart by human power, so they got two free cars and attached ropes to the tow hooks on the back of the cars. When everything was ready, they pressed the gas pedal in the opposite direction at the same time, but the pull of the car didn't release the phone book. Instead, the tires kept spinning in place, even as smoke billowed from the tires of both cars. The phone book remained motionless. Can't the stacked phone books really be moved? Finally, they called in two tanks called Death Trackers. These tanks have 360 horsepower. It weighs 15 tons. To prevent the phone books from tearing apart during the drag, Jamie replaced them with more secure steel plywood and then chained it to the tank. Can the phone book withstand the pull of the steel beast? As the tank slowly advances, the value on the force gauge rapidly increases, but the phone book showed no sign of coming apart. So the tank continues in the opposite direction. When the pulling force reaches 3.6 tons, the phone book is finally pulled apart. Apparently, the two books do generate a lot of force when stacked, but in the face of absolute force, it's all for naught.